Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. We're going to peel back some layers of you in this reading, Scorpio. We're going to look as deeply as possible as I can into your energy and who you are. Can find out what your deal is, man. Like, what is the mask that you hide behind? The mask that you hide behind lately this week has been a little bit more about how people may misperceive you. You know, their perception of you might not be 100% accurate, which is, often the way, but we're going to see how that is. So we're going to see who you really are, the mask you hide behind, why you hide your true self, or why this element of yourself is hidden, how this affects your relationships, advice for you, and possible outcomes should you follow the advice. You can do all that. I'm going to use my energy oracle deck. I've got my Wizard's Tarot and my teeny tiny Everyday Witch Tarot on deck for clarification. Let's get started, Scorpio. Let's get right into it. My naughty with a touch of nice, friends. Scorpio, Scorpio. All right, Scorps, who you really are. Ooh, wow, you are big heart chakra. Big heart chakra. Heart chakra expansion. This is deep. I'm getting King of Cups all over this. Very Scorpio energy. So it's kind of like, yeah, who you are, the depths of you. We've connected. I feel like we have made a connection, Houston. We have got contact with Scorpio. The depths, a deep, passionate, emotional person. I feel like your heart chakra is actually open though. So, because I do these readings periodically, they're going to change depending on how your energy is changing. You have a big heart chakra that's open here. I feel like too that you're being protected specifically because you have an archangel here by Archangel Raphael. But your heart chakra, if it is not open, it is on its way to being open. Opening up that heart chakra. All right, the mask you're hiding behind. The sixth chakra. Look at you with all these chakras. I feel like there's a lot more going on emotionally. So Scorpio, there's a lot more going on emotionally with you than what a lot of people are seeing or perceiving. I feel like you're probably very creative. Your intuition is, as a typical Scorpio would usually be, your intuition is pretty strong right now as well. You might be going through a creative period in terms of, I don't know, like downloads, insights that you're getting, different perspectives in what's going on around you. And you could even be outwardly creative with this, because this is kind of like what people are seeing, right? They're seeing like this third eye activation in you. So you might even be coming up with some new and dynamic ideas that people are witnessing this. But I mean, honestly, it's not to say that you're not this. I don't know that you could really hide that, like that this chakra is open. So I think like that's accurate and people are seeing that. But this is the part that people are not seeing as much, like this big heart chakra expansion that's going on with my Scorps. All right, why you hide your true self? I don't know that you do. I mean, maybe you are hiding this, but I feel like it's just missed. People are not perceiving it. So why is that? Adjacent possibilities. You got a lot of, either you got a lot of options here, or you have a lot of different avenues that you could go down to accomplish something for yourself. But with the heart chakra too, can, like, I want to say anything to do with our heart or our feelings or our emotions is often a place of a little bit more vulnerability than perhaps, our creative intuition. Or, we can feel hurt if people are not connecting with what we're feeling or thinking or expressing creatively. Or if people are not kind of in alignment with our intuition. But this, we have the Three of Swords in the tarot. So there isn't, yeah, there is the Ten of Swords too, like could affect your ego. So I guess, yeah, I'm talking out my ass now. No, but the adjacent possibilities is why you hide your true self. Maybe you have a lot of plans that you're trying to formulate all at once here, and you're really trying to figure out where is the direction of your heart taking you. Maybe you're utilizing your heart as a navigation system right now because it's boop, it's open, it's going, it's happening. Yeah, you got a lot going on, I would say too. Yeah, you have a lot going on, and maybe because you have a lot going on, you can't be deeply emotionally involved with every single person that you meet today, excuse me, or tomorrow. Bless me. never sneezed while I was talking at the same time. There you go. So, right, like maybe you're busy. Gotta sneeze and talk at the same time. I don't have time to get too emotionally deep with you right now. I gotta just, this is my idea. Go and do that. See what that does for you. Like you talking to other people. How this affects your relationships. Healer of the ages. Well, I don't know, it's good. It's good. So interesting. I really want to see how this unfolds with other cards, because there could be some indication here too that your chakras are really open. Maybe there's something significant about this because it's showing up as who you really are right now. So this almost feels like the nuclear powerhouse of the rest of you, and it's fueling all the other chakras, at least upwardly, because there could be things that you are seeing, things that you are creating or expressing that are coming across to others is quite healing. Like this is beneficial to other people right now. I think you are also, with all these adjacent possibilities, I think you probably have a lot of different people kind of around you in different circumstances that you find yourself in throughout the day or the week. And you are actually giving like some pretty good parts of yourself here. I mean, this is all sparkly and fire. I mean, really look at that card. It's like the whole body is just sparkling. I do want to say that I think people feel better after they've spent some time with you. That would be the easiest way to describe how this affects your relationships. People feel like better somehow. They feel calmed, soothed. They feel like they kind of, you have very angelic energy showing up around you. So I feel like people maybe feel a little bit like they were touched by something special, or that was kind of a special experience, or Scorpio. So, advice for you. Oh, honey, it's door to money. Okay, use this to make money. Don't you take advantage of anybody. These states. I don't know what this is. Door to value. It's such an interesting card to get for advice. So there might be, maybe it's time for you to focus on your money. I'm going to get that from this card. It could be time to focus on your money. It could be time to focus on how your money is growing. It could be time to focus on where your money is going as well. Like some of it's kind of blowing out this door here. I do feel like you're, right, because you have these adjacent possibilities, that if you keep yourself kind of, grounded, ground this energy, make sure that first chakra that you're connecting here, that you're grounding it, that you could find yourself on a path here, and you're probably very close to it if it's coming up as advice, that's in some way very profitable, very beneficial to you financially, and would serve as some form of a stabilizer perhaps as well. Outcome if you follow the advice. Appreciation. This is kind of like the Nine of Pentacles to me. So that seems to go really well with this card, doesn't it? Balance. This is a 1 and a 5, number 15. So I'm seeing 6 with that as well. And I just get a sense of Pentacles. What is that guy? Oh my goodness. I think they need to... Anyways, the neighbor just pulled up his pants. I don't know what the hell he was doing. My neighbors are way too close to me, and they don't have the blinds closed, and it's like right there. So I'm going to try to look at you, Scorpio, because I don't know what's going on over there. But anyway, so appreciation. You're having like a little bit of a flash during your reading. I would call it that. Am I blushing? It's like, oh my goodness. So appreciation, Scorpio. I really did not expect that. I've never seen that happen. Give me a second. What's at the bottom? Oh, the goddess of the moon. There we go. The goddess of the moon. Look at you. You're like harnessing. I feel like this fourth chakra energy is really like part of your divine feminine, whether you're feminine, masculine, or anything in between, or sometimes one of the both or anything, you're really utilizing that. Your intuition is on point. Your intuition is on point too. I feel like because both the mind and the heart space are open, you got them showing up here. Unless you're really fooling people, but I don't think you are, because it's almost as if people just feel really good after spending some time with you. There could be some relationships too that maybe there's been some awkwardness or difficulty communicating. There's been some misconceptions, and I feel like, you know, this is the opportunity for those things to be healed as well with the type of energy that you're sitting in. Look at this. These two are mirrored numbers, 51 and 15. Oh, and then you go right into 52, right, with your intuition. I'm trying not to look over there. I think it's all done, whatever's going on. Let's go into the tarot, Scorpio. I tell you, that is the first time, and all the times I've been doing readings, somebody was suddenly half naked in the middle of the reading. Leave it to Scorpio, the 8th house, to have that happen in their reading. All right, let's see what the tarot has to tell us more about this energy. Your 4th chakra, that's who you really are. You're a big, beautiful heart. Aw, isn't that nice? I'm going to write that down. You're a big, beautiful heart, Scorpio. Yeah, I like that. All right, let's see. I can tell you that he wears boxer shorts, so I know that about my neighbor now. The 7 of Wands, the 2 of Swords, the 4 of Pentacles. You're protecting it. You are protecting this. Wow. Boy, are you protecting this like nobody's business. Not just anybody coming into that space. But, you know, it's almost like it exudes off of you, though, because, I don't know. We'll see what the tarot says. But this, to me, before we get into that, the tarot, it just feels like, you know, people just feel really good. In some way, like you're healing people. But, you know, the 4th chakra, when it's open and glowing in this way, it probably is hard to completely contain it. Like some of it is going to leak out. But boy, you are protecting it. Like with the 7 of Wands and the 4 of Pentacles on either side here, it's locked up. Look at this 4 of Pentacles, right? It's locked behind that door. It's locked behind that door. The 7 of Wands is defending yourself, defending your dreams. The 2 of Swords, this is like Jedi. You can't see it, but you have to use the Force. You've got to use the Force. You've got to use your intuition. And people around you are seeing that. They're definitely seeing that. Your intuition is perhaps producing some form of outcomes for you that are visibly tangible to other people. Okay, the mask you hide behind the 6th chakra. The moon. Holy honey. You're coming up as a little mysterious too. The 2 of Cups. And the Ace of Wands. Yeah, you know, I see why you're protecting this energy, because I wasn't lying when I said people feel better when they've spent a little bit of time with you. This could be perfect strangers. This could be friends of friends. This could be people you've known for a while. But I almost feel like with these cards, the moon, the 2 of Cups, and the Ace of Wands, I kind of feel like people, you almost activate something in other people intuitively here. And it's almost like this intuitive activation is, oh, Scorpio, this is someone I've been looking for. Yeah. The moon. It's like taking people out of mystery and they think they found everything in you. So yeah, be careful. I can see why you're kind of being protective with that. I think you know something. Well, I don't think you do. Well, I have to say think, because it's not a private reading. You know something here. You know something perhaps about a divine counterpart. This is really hidden. It's almost okay, you know, it's almost like, I'm trying to think of, bear with me. I'm not the best grammatical person. It's almost like when there's two positive, or no, right? Two negatives, like don't not, which means you should. So this is almost what this is coming up for me in this little position here. Because there's so much intuition about it. It's a mask that you hide behind. And then we actually get the moon. So you know what I'm saying? It's almost as if the mask of the mask. But the mask of the mask actually says what you really know. It's really intriguing. And then you have the Two of Cups and the Ace of Wands. So in some level here, I feel like if you're not connecting with certain people, perhaps in the way they would want you to, they still feel really good about connecting with you. Small conversations, I don't know, people you haven't seen in a while, your own family and friends. But I'm going to guess most of your own family and friends are, I mean, they could see you as the Two of Cups, but there's something here about the Ace of Wands that comes in with this. It almost makes it a little bit sexual. Like it's passionate, it's exciting, it's, you know, it feels really good. But yeah, it's like you know something here. I don't know if you know something about like a counterpart and it's very exciting to you, but I feel like it's hidden. Like that's the really weird thing about this little hidden area is because you've got the moon showing up with the 6th chakra. I feel like what people see is still not right. It's still not right. All right. Why you hide your true self? The adjacent possibilities. See, this kind of also almost leaves people thinking, oh, I don't know. Did I hit that off with Scorpio? Did we hit that off? It felt really good. I feel really good after that encounter. The 3 of Wands. The 9 of Wands. The Ace of Pentacles. Or right, you've been waiting a long time for something. And it's almost like it's in your hand. And you have 2 aces here. Ace of Wands and Ace of Pentacles. I really feel like you're sitting behind a mask that's making it look like you don't know about something. But what is that something though? That something seems to be something to do with a 2 of Cups or an Ace of Wands. And an Ace of Wands. So it's, I want to say, somebody that you feel an incredibly strong, emotional, sexual, spiritual connection towards. But you know, your heart chakra is open here. So maybe that's feeding something to you intuitively. But because you put the moon over it, it literally, I don't even know that other people see this. So I don't know what people see. I don't know what people see. You are coming out so Scorpio in this reading, Scorpio. You're even making it confusing for me. Just don't not do that. That's how that feels. Right? When you say that. Because you said don't not. So you're not to do it. But you don't not. So you do it. That's what it feels like looking at that pile. That's what it feels like. So why you hide your true self? Okay, there's a lot of possibilities here. But I feel like there's only one right possibility, right? Because you have an Ace of Pentacles here. And maybe you have been weeding through a lot of these possibilities. The 3 of Wands and the 9 of Wands is like, when does the right thing come in? Okay, how does this affect your relationships? Healer of the Ages. The Hierophant. Look at both these. Look at how they're both standing there like. You could be, I feel like you could be a healer of some sort. I feel like I get that a lot with Scorpio. Like, I feel like Scorpios are healers. Like, they naturally go to sort of healing arts or healing careers. You could work in something more traditional, like social services, or like also things that are more kind of like recently created, like Reiki healing, You know, that kind of like that avenue there. And it is like you're on point with it. You are just pumping out healing energy right now. But some of you might also teach this in some way, because he just stands there, right, like a teacher. So there's something here that this is the healing. It's healing relationships. It could be even, wow, that's interesting. I don't know. It could be healing a relationship between someone that you had some sort of a work commitment with, or somebody that was a teacher to you, or you were a teacher to them. What are they doing over there now? I don't know. Kids are in the room, so I think it's okay. I wish they were closed. I don't know why they got the blinds wide open. The sun is shining in there. Anyways, I'm going to have to close my blinds. Yeah. Okay. Oh, there's more cards to come. The Star. Talk about healing the devil. Oh my goodness. That's all major arcana. Okay. You're healing things here that, if these are people outside of you, you're healing things that other people have had difficulty healing in themselves. So you might be moving energy too. I feel like you could be moving energy through people with this 4th and 6th chakra. Blockages, again, it is really coming up like a very strong Reiki kind of energy. You might be moving blockages too. Just like, yeah, I feel like even if you touch somebody, you know, in conversation, you can just like touch someone's shoulder, like to kind of connect with them a little bit more, or make the conversation a little more intimate. It's almost like that felt like it reverberates through the person here. I feel like you're putting old concepts away. And look at these. Look at these 3. They're all like a masculine depiction, and they've all got their hands kind of like spread out up a little bit. I don't know if there's glare on that. Let me show. I'll show you each one individually. There's healer, and then there's the Hierophant, and then there's the Devil. Now, what's really interesting is then there's the Star card, and it's this feminine depiction. Look how her hands are down, and she's pouring something out. So it has got that sense of like transmuting something, of removing some sort of negative energies. That's a really strong pile, how this affects you. It affects your relationships in a big way. I feel like you're connecting too with someone. Like it's like you're connecting with someone here, right? The 2 of Cups, the Ace of Wands. You're connecting with someone here. It probably in the dream state, in a meditative state. I mean, this is, come on, look at this. It's just crazy. You could be healing something in the ethereal. Advice for you. Yeah, let's look at this. The 6 of Cups. The Ace of Swords. Another Ace. The 4 of Cups. Now, this is really funny because you didn't pull out a single Pentacle card for this stored value. So we're not talking about monetary value. It doesn't feel like that off the get-go anyways. So, I mean, we've got 2 cup cards and an ace. So this is like, okay, this is seeing something valuable in front of you. Something that has value, something that has emotional and spiritual value, and something that is like sort of a divine truth. It's clear. It's clear. Seeing value clearly in front of you. And the 6 of Cups is also a Scorpio card. I think 4, 5, and 6 are Scorpio cards, but in different types of planetary energy. The only thing that's missing here is the 5. So that tells me like not to feel disappointment in something, but to see it for what it truly is. And it's some sort of a soul connection here. And it has extreme value. There's a lot of value to this that goes beyond the 3D. We'll say that for sure with all your goddess of the moon, 6th chakra, the moon card. Appreciation. Isn't that where the guy pulled his pants? So the 10 of Pentacles. Oh, there's the 5 of Cups, the 5 of Cups. And the 4 of Wands. All right, if you were able to see something clearly here that has to do with, but I think you are, right? Or maybe you're pretending you're not with this mask. I really feel like you are seeing, because this 2 of Cups and the Ace of Wands would definitely be something that we could link into, like a 6 of Cups for you, like a soulmate. If you can see this, and I don't know that you need to try. I think it's almost like one of those things where I think like if the harder you try to see something, the less likely you are. And it was something I learned really early on in out-of-body experiences, because I had them a lot when I was younger. And anyways, one of the things that I realized was when you're having an out-of-body experience or an astral projection, it's you can use your senses, but you can't use them like the way you would in a body. Because I remember I used to just have these points where I was just sitting in my room trying to focus on the drapes at the window. But the more I focused on it, the more blurry it was. And then I realized you just have to it just is. And then you see, like, the harder you try outside of the 3D element, the less you can see it, the less you can do it. It's instantaneous. There's no effort. Right? So that's kind of what I'm getting here. Is like there really isn't any effort meant to be in seeing something here. So in a way, like, let's continue on a path that you're on, right? It is a path that has been a long journey, but it's taking you to things that you got 3 aces showing up here. So you have some major changes. The only ace that isn't here yet is the Ace of Cups, but I feel like it's reserved for something, because what you're pulling out on who you really are with this 4th chakra, 7 of Wands, 2 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles. Like, that's locked up for probably maybe the right moment and time for you. But, okay. So, because where I'm getting at is working over to this outcome if you follow this advice, right? So, is just kind of, I think, if you're doing something here that's opening up these chakras, try not to deviate from that too much. You know, like, I don't know, sometimes life can throw wrenches at us, but, you know, try to manage as best you can. Because right here, it's like, it's almost, again, if you see something, you appreciate it, where perhaps before it felt disappointing. It could be like something in your life that if you were in a different frame of mind or a different frame of heart, you may not have recognized, but you're in a really strong energy, I feel like, to see something clearly. And then when you see this clearly, you'll actually see, if you move beyond the disappointment of something, or, you know, even just the feeling of disappointment from things from the past, then you're actually going to see that there's a celebration over here. And it's almost like a celebration of you, like appreciation, a deep appreciation of you. The 8 of Wands. Wow, look at that. Movement right out the window. I honestly feel like there's some sort of astral projection going on for you, because I'm getting that with the window, almost like your soul, your consciousness, perhaps at night, or if you can do it yourself in a meditative state. I've never been able to control it. It always kind of happens on its own. But I mean, some people can. So maybe you can, you're going somewhere. You're going somewhere at night, I feel like. Where that is. You're going, Scorpio. Where are you going? I mean, maybe you're visiting a 2 of Cups or something like that. I don't know. All right. Well, I got to clarify. I make a plan and I usually deviate. So I'm just going to see what each pile. I feel like just the 4th chakra for who you really are. The 4th chakra. 2 pages. Look at this. Page of Wands and Pages of Cups. Definitely communicating your heart space here. But I don't know that it's 3-dimensional, to be honest, with all this. I don't think it is. I think there's something going on in the ethereal with you and someone else or other people. Yeah, there's something going on. So let's look at that. 6th chakra. Let's see. 6th chakra. This is that little area that feels like a double negative makes a positive. Well, isn't that funny? Saying that. The Ace of Wands again. Look at that. The High Priestess and the 5 of Cups. Okay, so this is showing me again, too, that I feel like what people see is your disappointment. But I feel like there's something going on behind the scenes. Well, I always feel like that, Scorpio. There's something exciting here. You're excited. Excited. Maybe you got all like flustered. Maybe it's somebody like with no pants. Well, I didn't see anything. Let's look at this Moon card. The Moon. Stabbing me. The Fool. The Fool, the Queen of Pentacles. Oh no, well, sorry. What am I doing? Why I'm moving it around? Okay, let's just see why that happens. Why? Okay, 8 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Fool, and the 10 of Pentacles. Well, that makes actually, look at that. It's almost like you're having, okay, you've worked on something here. You have a plan. You have a plan to take something here and make something bigger out of it. But I honestly, I don't know if anybody sees anything out of you right now, Scorpio. I feel like you're a conundrum. You're a mystery inside a mystery. I do feel like what's also unseen to people, you almost have 2 areas that are unseen here. What's also unseen to people is that you've been working on something, creating something here, and you're about to take a leap of faith, and that leap of faith is going to pay off with the 10 of Pentacles. It's going to pay off. So there you go. Maybe people see you taking a leap of faith, but they don't know how it's going to pay off. Adjacent possibilities. Look at this. You really, the Hanged Man. Oh, really watching and thinking about all of the possibilities that are out there. Waiting, biding your time. It's like having a lot of things in front of you, and a lot of people would look at those choices and say, what are you waiting for? Take it, take one. But you're not. It's almost as if, no, I've been down this road before. What you want is what you can really hold in your hand. So I don't know if some of these adjacent possibilities don't have anything to back them up. What's this Ace of Pentacles? Three of Wands, 10 of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles. It's something you have been trying to manifest for a very long time. 3 of Wands twice, 9 of Wands, and 10 of Wands. Ace of Pentacles twice. Something you can hold in your hand here. Something that is real. This has been a very heavy road. I feel like you've tried more than once to bring this in. And it's like the right thing at the right time. All things lined up. Otherwise, you're going to hangman it and just look at everything around you. How this affects your relationships? Talk about healing, honey. Healer of the ages. 9 of Cups. The Devil, right? The Devil is in that section. The Devil, I don't know what happened here. The Hierophant is also there. The 3 of Swords and the Tower. Well, how this affects your relationships? I feel like if there was anything being built on false dreams here, dreams that had anything to do with codependency, manipulation, coercion, control, you know, thing, and with the Three of Swords, I mean, ending in heartbreak, breaking that down, breaking that tower down. All of the dreams that were once built on a foundation of toxicity, crumbling it down. That's pretty powerful. And isn't it funny, like you got those two major arcana again? Let's look at this Hierophant. The Emperor. Wow, that is very strong leadership. Okay. Really, really powerful. Holy, yeah. Okay, the Star. Curse is just playing around with me. Knight of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. I'm telling you again, it's like people are drawn in. People are drawn in towards you very passionately here. You are coming off as a very strong leader. I think you're coming off too as a strong leader because it's almost like, even if people don't know your life story, whatever that could be, it's almost like the experience of that life story and how you've dealt with it, it kind of permeates from you. It's like an unexplainable feeling or attitude that people witness in you, and they really like it. The Devil. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. What? Scorpio. This energy is, you're almost dangerous, honey. The Queen of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles. I'll tell you what I get right away with what we've been talking about here and the Devil. I feel like let's just be prepared for this and just be careful with it. Is because the King of Pentacles is... Oh, that's true. You've got the Eight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles with a Fool card towards the 10, right? The Queen of Wands, that is a wild, untamed spirit. And it's also, you know, depicted as really beautiful, very attractive. King of Pentacles with the Two of Pentacles is like, with temptation, right? I feel like you could tempt people that are already in relationships very strongly here. Yeah. Very much, Scorpio. With the King of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles, like, oh, maybe I could. Maybe I could have my cake and eat it too. What season are we in? Oh, hey, it is Scorpio season now. So I don't know if y'all are just on fire for your own season. Something going on here, but yeah, you are, I want to say too, the other thing is like, okay, if you, like even you yourself, was in like some sort of committed relationship here and it was toxic and you managed to get out of it. Like, I don't know, maybe even there's some sort of savior complex that people could see in this. Like, you could heal me, you could save me from something toxic. Because I definitely tell you, this King of Pentacles here, he's weighing out his options, looking at you, she, thinking like, oh, man, that's too much. Door to value. Advice for you. But right, what do you got here? You are Hanged Man with adjacent possibilities. So I think you're, careful. Four of Cups and the Two of Wands. What is this? Is this like trying to pull in a missed opportunity or dreaming about a missed opportunity? Maybe you find yourself in an energy right now that would have been really beneficial for you at some other point in time in your life. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like between the same people, same circumstances, but it's almost as if now that I know, or now that this is where I'm going with it. What is this truth with the Ace of Swords? This truth, this clarity. I can't even hang on to your cards. Well, the Nine of Swords, I mean, it's good to come out of that and get an Ace of Swords. And the Queen of Swords, it is. Okay, I'll tell you right now, it's cutting out some sort of negative thinking. It's cutting out some sort of overthinking. It's cutting out worst case thinking. And because of that, you can see something now. Look at things with a different set of eyes. You know, it's funny. I was thinking about something. It's funny. I was like, why am I thinking about this? Because it's this here in your reading. So I was walking by around my neighborhood, walking Lily this morning. And I was thinking to myself, I don't really like this neighborhood, to be honest. People like it though. You know, everybody has different taste. And I thought to myself, you could look at that in this context. Like, they're really nice houses and things, and you know, but I don't know. They have no character to me. Anyways, we won't get into why I don't like this neighborhood much, but if you could imagine, like, two different people, someone who was saving and saving and saving for their dream home, right? Saving and saving for a dream home. And it ended up in this neighborhood, right? So they see this neighborhood as like their dream come true. This is, oh my God, I've been saving. I finally got to my dream. I finally achieved it. And then you could look at this neighborhood and it could be someone who, let's say, had a dream home or they had a dream life, and like maybe their business went under, everything changed, and they had to and maybe like this neighborhood, the houses would seem small to them, and they downsized. They had to downsize. They had to sell stuff off. They felt like they were going kind of backwards, and they ended up in this neighborhood. They could both be neighbors, right? And they both have a completely different perspective of the neighborhood, because one person, their dream came true to be able to do this, and the other person is like, this is not where I wanted to end up. So they look at everything and they think, oh, I don't really like this place. This isn't what I had before. This isn't where the other person came from something before too, but they were intentionally trying to move forward in it. And so I'm kind of getting it with this like Four of Cups here, and trying to move out of some sort of negative thinking and see something clearly for what it is. And you can see how the circumstances surrounding you can change how you see something or think about it. Appreciation. Outcome if you follow the advice. Well, the Eight of Cups, the Moon, and the Five of Pentacles. Wow, talking about leaving something behind. Where you're going. Oh, I need to read all of this now. Appreciation. This almost feels like when all bets are against you, you still know what you're capable of, and you still have some sort of faith here. If you got to walk away from everything, I don't know, maybe you've done that. But wow. And I want to say you appreciate yourself so much more for even believing in yourself to a point where I can go down into that dark, deep hole because I have to. And it could like burn and feel like you're being torn apart. You're being torn away from like so many things, not just like your emotions, your dreams, your safety, your comfort. But then then you have this card that looks like the Nine of Pentacles. So it does feel like nobody really appreciates this energy that I'm looking at. You know, that's that. Yeah, it can be pretty heavy and pretty dark. Nobody really appreciates, or it's not seen and appreciated until someone can come out of it. And the Nine of Pentacles, if that's how you're coming out of something like this, that's pretty impressive. A lot of people can't do that. And I don't want to, and I say like a lot of, in different lifetimes, we probably haven't been able to do it. So this is kind of a lifetime of achievement, perhaps, for you on this avenue. The Ten of Pentacles. The World and Temperance. Now, you've had some sort of major cycle end here. And it is like the 10, that 10, a completion. You've completed something that, I want to say completed and ended something that most people would only dream of ever achieving. And they certainly would not end it. And then you just sit there and I'm going to try to find my balance. I'm going to try to find my balance. You're closing off a major cycle here. And it's a time for balance. 5 of Cups. The Sun and the 5 of Wands. Other people have wanted whatever it is that you dream of. Other people have competed. I think people have competed for you and with you. People have competed like wanting you, and people have competed wanting to be you. The 4 of Wands. The 2 of Swords and the Star. And there we go. Ending on these 2 cards that symbolize a deep connection and healing of your intuition and your mind, and being in alignment with the universe by trusting your intuition here and taking the steps that you feel like you need to take. I feel like too that there's something almost like a final realization as an outcome for you, that people compete for you and with you, or like against you, you know? That's kind of hard to take. Oh, got the Empress and the 4 of Pentacles on the bottom. Oh, I tell you, you're coming into some very strong abundance, and it's almost immovable. Like this is a cycle that won't stutter. It won't. Wow, that was some deep shit, Scorpio. I'm going to go do your extended. In the extended, I'm going to look at how to improve your relationships. That could be interesting, because I feel like the kind of relationships around you right now, it's almost like people that feel like you could do something for them, or you could heal something, but I see you being very cautious with that. So let's see how that develops. What your deeper self would tell you about the mask that you wear. I'm interested to see what that is, because it was a really difficult spot to read. And how to release your true potential. Thank you so much, Scorps. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.